Hi guys, it's Anastasia here, Art Marketing Muse, and today I wanted to wish you a Happy New Year. It's the beginning of a new year. I've taken a little bit of time the past couple weeks to really focus on where I want to go this year. I hope that I can bring you lots of new and inspiring advice and marketing tips. So today I wanted to talk about setting goals, and what I mean by that, every year I look at January as a fresh starting point, and I sit down and I start setting goals for what I want to accomplish as an artist for the year. Last year, for example, I wanted to get into a gallery, so I did. And I wanted to get published, and I did. I wanted to win an art residency, and I did. So knowing by setting a goal, you have somewhere to focus. You have a finish line to run towards and to work towards. So I really want to talk about how to set goals and why you should set goals. So first off, it's really important to have goals so that we do have that finish line to run towards. Without goals, we don't really have a roadmap. We're kind of veering here and there. So with goals, it gives us a purpose. It gives us something to work for us. It gives us a why and a how. When setting goals, and I can't take credit for this, but I love it. I use an acronym called SMART, and it stands for one, specific. You need to have a very clearly defined specific goal. So you can't say, I want to be the best artist ever, okay? It needs to be very specific, like I want to get into a gallery this year, or I want to make X amount of dollars, or I want to be published, anything like that. So a very specific goal. Two, it needs to be measurable. And what I mean by measurable is you need to be able to tell if the goal was met. So if you do something really random, like I want to be the best artist ever, there's no way to measure that. But if you say I want to make $30,000 this year from my artwork, you can measure that, right? You have an end number, and once you reach that goal, you're there. It needs to be attainable. What I mean by attainable, so it needs to be something that you can do with hard work versus with magic. If you're just starting out as an artist, probably setting a goal for $100,000 is not real attainable right off the bat because you don't know what you're doing, right? So set an attainable goal, something that if you worked hard enough, you could get into. Relevant. So we have specific, measurable, attainable, and relevant. So relevant is make sure that it's aligned with your other goals. So maybe my ultimate goal is to make, $50,000 this year with my artwork. And another goal would be I want to be in a gallery. That is in alignment with my other goals. But if I said, well, I want to make $50,000 this year, but I want to go live on a beach for 3 months, maybe not so much relevant. Like, how is living on a beach for 3 months going to get me to 50K with my artwork? So that's, just make sure that it aligns with your purpose, with your mission, with everything you're doing. And then time-based, make sure that it's time-based. So you have a time frame, give it that. There's goals. When I say time-based, last year I set the goals for the year, okay? So by December, I could see whether or not I had hit within that 12 months the goals that I had laid out. And actually, because I had written them down, I could keep referencing them, checking back to them, and saying, oh yeah, I met that goal, or I met that goal, or I need to do this to get closer to that goal. So specific, make sure it's clearly defined. Measurable, can you tell if the goal is met? Do you have a way of measuring it? Attainable, is it something I can actually do if I work hard, or do I need my fairy godmother to come in and do it for me? Relevant, it aligns with your other goals. And time-based, you have a time frame, put a time frame on it. You can even do short-term versus long-term goals. So once you set your goals for let's say the year, okay? Let's set your goals for the year. Now you have to figure out the how. So we have the finish line. Now, how do we get there? We're going to plan out our map. We're going to start laying out those things. If I want to make 50K, then how am I going to do that? What shows am I going to enter? And those become your more short-term goals. So you can sit down and budget, and I'll be covering some of that in later blogs, but you can sit down and say, you know, okay, I want to make 50K, so I need to be in this many shows, I need to sell this many paintings, I need to do these events, whatever the case may be. Those are your short-term goals to get to your long-term goal. Okay, so hopefully that helped. Sit down this week, make up a couple goals for your year. It's what I've been doing for the past 3 months. I've been getting really, really clear and focused on where I want my art to go, where I want my art marketing muse to go, what information that I can share and in what forms. You have to get really specific, really clear on what you want so that you know how to get there. Okay. And you can plan that roadmap. So Happy New Year. Go plan your goals, and I will talk to you next week. Bye, guys.